6 things I'll do differently if I started from zero again today. If I lost everything today, every backlog of my video, every penny, I'm not sure I could do this again the same way, and that's the truth. Welcome to season 17, the final episode of this season of zulftalks.com. Everything I share here comes from what I'm doing in real time, step by step. This journey is self-funded, no sponsors, no hype, powered by the work at trustedcreators.org. And before we go any further, I want to be clear about something. I'm not a guru. I don't have the guaranteed formula. And a big part of what worked for me came from what I did, the timing, the context, and in some cases, being at the right place at the right time. And look, that's basically what it is. Let me explain to you what I think would help you though.
Working for yourself. I know you love it, working for yourself, 'cause I love it too, working for yourself. Zulf talks about it, making it easy for you. Working for yourself, go be your own boss, working for yourself. Zulf will help you along, working for yourself. Powered by trusted creators, zulftalks.com.
So we all love clean stories. We like to believe success is repeatable if you just follow the steps. But the reality, it's messier. It's all different. I benefited from timing. I benefited from platforms behaving a certain way, skills I already had at the right time, and opportunities that may not exist in the same form again. So sometimes you just get lucky is the bottom gist of it. And this episode isn't do this and you'll win. It's here's how I'd think, knowing what I know and knowing I might still fail. So what I'm doing is like kind of explaining it in real documented sections, the real reason. I documented this season to push back against fake certainty. Too much online advice pretends effort alone guarantees outcome, because I know very well out there's loads of people working very hard but still not making it. It's because the timing, everything's changed, things are harder. It doesn't what you control. It doesn't matter what you control. It's like how you prepare, how you respond, and how long you're willing to stay in the game. That's what this season was really about. Here's 6 things I'll do differently with checking out what you could do successfully. The day one checklist without overconfidence. I'd still secure a domain. I'll set up a single hub. I'll define like a niche quickly. I know what I'm good at. Not because it guarantees success, but because clarity reduces chaos. Even when luck isn't on your side, if I know what I'm good at and I enjoy doing it, I would do the same thing again. And at some point, it's just reality. Someone notices, you get your big break, and structure doesn't create wins. It just gives you a fighting chance. If you keep doing something consistently well, you will shine. I started doing stuff on Etsy. That's totally different to what I'm doing here. And overall, finding the right people, putting them in the right position, getting the right outcome secures success. So it can be done again. Just being good, using basic salesmanship tactics and finding things people want, giving it to them at a good price, at the same time offering more expensive items in the shop, gives them alternatives for people with different budgets. The wait and see list, I'd delay incorporating too early, expensive equipment and professional polish, because spending money doesn't reduce uncertainty. It often just makes failure more expensive. I'd stay flexible as long as possible. I'll set up and use as little money as possible to create the outcome. Have less outgoings and have more incomings. Every money I make sure I'm using that to recreate and admire the success that can come. But what I'd ignore completely would be stuff like vanity matrix, hot takes, people selling certainty. like, the courses and all that, I'll avoid all that. Early numbers don't predict outcomes. They mostly predict who keeps going. You keep doing what you're doing. Like I said before, if you keep creating what you're creating, you're going to find niches. I did a full series about like how to start a business. So I would say that would be a very good start to just, it's not like it's a certainty. It just gives you mindset of, if you keep doing this and you're good at it and you find people to pay you, and how you progress up the process, like what, just basic ideas that I have noticed that some of the new younger people at the moment, they don't think the same as what we think. So maybe letting them have that insight might help them, and they might do something that off their own back, if they've got the skill and they need a little bit of like guidance, that works well. The only skill I'd bet on is, if I had to bet on one thing again, it wouldn't be the algorithms. It would be storytelling and human psychology. Not because it guarantees growth, but because it transfers across platforms, cycles, and luck. Tools change. Attention patterns don't. If someone is successful and they like what you're doing and you've explained it to someone, they go and share it with someone else. They need someone at some point. They'll remember you. There you go. That's your big break. It's just the right place, the right time, having the mindset, having the skill, and having professionalism to give everybody your best. Probably I'd stop trying to look like someone who has it figured out. I document instead of teach. Like similar to what I'm doing now, I'm documenting what I'm doing. I'm not really teaching. I'm just saying, this is what I'm doing. This is how it's worked for me. It's not guaranteed it'll work for everybody, but I found it worked if I approached it in this way. Share uncertainty instead of conclusions, because pretending you're in control of outcomes you aren't creates pressure you don't need and credibility you don't deserve. It's like, I did this, I did well because I made lots of videos and I stood out. But to me, I didn't feel like I did anything special. I knew I could make a lot of videos. I made a lot of videos, and that made it do well for me in that example. If I did the same thing again, would that maybe work again? Possibly. I don't know. But now in a different age, so people make lots of videos on AI and stuff. So is it the same as it was? Making 1,000 videos in like 2 months before, is that the same as making 1,000 videos in this day and age where it might be easier with AI? It depends. The only honest encouragement I can say is, if you're at zero right now, you might do everything, inverted commas, right, and still not win. And that's not your fault. It's only real failure. The only real failure is quitting before randomness has a chance to work in your favor. Something will come along, least expected. You're doing something well, someone notices, they got a friend who does something, and it slowly just becomes something. Looking back, I think, out of everything I've done, I've always just decided to create what I want to create. And I'm going to call it, shall I call it luck? Is it luck? If you're doing something really well and someone who needs that notices you, is that luck? Or is it that you were offering something that someone wanted and they thought you did it well? It's not luck, is it? It's more like right place, right time. Right place, right skills, right time, right person noticed you. If you weren't as good as what you were and you weren't doing anything, you wouldn't have been noticed. So what is that? Is that some kind of analogy, or was that like some higher power psychological stuff or something? I don't know. This season 17, wasn't a blueprint. It's like what you could do. Listening to me, let me know if that, I don't know if that made sense. It makes sense to me. It's a snapshot of one person in the moment with one set of circumstances. Take the thinking, not the promise. That's what this season was about. Think like me, or use the bits that made sense to you, fit them to your success. Believing success is 100% controllable is dangerous. It turns bad luck into self-blame. What is controllable is preparation, adaptability, emotional resilience. Those don't guarantee success, but they will make failure survivable. If you do it long enough, you'll pick it up. The most honest takeaway is going to be, here's the real thing. Luck matters, timing matters, context matters. Anyone who says otherwise is selling something. This journey is powered by trustedcreators.org. If you want the start of a toolkit. It's available at zulftalks.com. Not as a promise, but as a set of tools. I'm not charging you anything for it. I've got a business blueprint on trustedcreators.org. That's free. So I'm not looking to make money from you. I'm just looking to share what I think would work. Thanks for walking through the uncertainty with me. Season 17 won't be all the answers you wanted, but it'll be adaptation. I think next season, season 17, we'll probably look at the current climate in the UK, why lots of people seem to be leaving the UK, and all the tax implications and why they're charging us creators so much money to be able to do what we do. If you're interested in that, let me know. But I enjoyed making this season. I feel like I got a lot off my chest and it's got me back into the driving seat. I'm back into my mindset. A lot of these podcast episodes are me getting myself hyped up again to understand what I've done, what it's worked well. And then I can say, you know what? Am I content? Have I done everything I can do? Am I successful? Can other people be as successful? It all depends. Luck matters. Timing matters. Context matters. Anyone who says otherwise is selling you something, mate. It would be really good if you can leave a review wherever you're listening to this. The show resources are available at zulftalks.com.